Hey guys, Cable here with another weekly get-together video. So as you can see, we're doing a little bit different this week. We're not splitting it between red and blue team. I've received a few complaints from people saying it was a little bit too hard to focus on what was going on with both teams. Until I can come up with a better solution, what I'm going to be doing is just sort of alternating. One week I'll do it from one team's point of view, and another week I'll do it from both teams' point of view, until I can figure out something that's a little bit more acceptable for everyone in the community. So we're going to start off right here, and both teams are going to use their stinger the way that they should be used. Both teams are going to send their stinger over to the other side to help defend their towers. Stinger's DPS early game isn't really enough to help you win in a tower race. His glue is better used against the enemy to slow them down and to make sure that you can knock down their towers before they knock down yours. You can see right here, Red Sneaky's going to blink up. Early game, if you're playing Sneaky, you always want to remember that if you have, I'm going to say, less than 70% of your health, in most cases, when you're pushed this far back on the map, it is not a good idea to blink up and try to get a kill. Kills, they only give you 20 points in the game, guys. They're really not important. If you die, you leave your team without someone to help you out, and that will just ultimately come to bite you in the butt later. You got to remember, it's not all about getting kills. You've got to help out your team. You got to always keep in mind what's best for your team. So right here, Red Basher is going to pick up a good little double kill. And you'll notice throughout this video that one thing that red team consistently does is they win middle minis. And I've said this many times in my videos before. If you're playing in a team game, or if you're playing in any game really, it's incredibly important that you win the middle lane. The reason for this is it allows you to make pushes, and it gives you sight that you normally don't have. And honestly, to play the game well and to progress the way that you need to in order to win, you need to have that extra sight. So right now, both teams are, just kind of at a little stalemate here. We're going to push for mid again. Mid lane's coming. You always got to keep in mind when it's going to be there. I know you're going to hear me say that a lot, but you got to remember where mid's at. So right now, red team is up by 1 tower, and they just took mid again. And you're going to see exactly right here what it's going to allow us to do. So go ahead and pause this real quick. And you see, as long as we have mid, any of their players that are spawning and coming down the middle of the map, they're going to have to walk around those mid minis. And even if they're strong enough to tank the damage that the mid minis are able to put out, we still get that sight and we still know exactly where they are on the map. I guess you could say that's going to be like the topic of this video, mid minis, mid control, how important it is, why you need it to win. Go ahead and start this up again. So right here we're going to take this tower and then switch immediately off to the left side. And you see right here, you're going to see I'm going to come up and peck at this tower a little bit. Any chance that you have to hit the enemy's tower without them hitting you back, you should take it. That doesn't mean sit at the tower and just soak up all the damage it can throw at you. It just means if you've got the chance to throw a couple attacks at the tower, go ahead and do it. And so right here, Grouchy is going to make a really good play, or Grouchy. Grouchy plays with us every week in our get-togethers. You guys should really watch the way that he plays Shouty. I won't say that he's the best Shouty on the website, but he's definitely one of my favorites. When we're playing together, our play style is always similar enough to the point where we can sort of go off of each other and we work well as a team. I really like the way he plays Shouty. I don't know. I think he's pretty good. I think you guys could learn a little bit from watching how he plays. And so right here, once again, first chance we get, we're going to sweep and take their mid lane. And one of the good things about mid minis is one, they're the strongest. They have the most health and the most damage output, but they also come right up to the tower and they can tank it for you, which is great early game like this. Because even though we've gotten all four of their towers down, we're still only in we haven't even capped out yet. We haven't reached our potential, so this is still very very early game. Alright, here, once it gets to the end of the game, even if you're getting shot by someone on the enemy team, you've always got to remember, focus on the tower.